Hello guys, welcome to another video in the team NetShot, and today's video is the first video in a series of videos called Let's Learn Linux, where you learn Linux starting with the fundamentals up to advanced topic. So let's get started. First, let's answer the question. Probably you're asking this question right now. What is Linux? Linux is just like Windows and Mac OS, iOS, Android. They all are operating systems, frequently referred to as OS, which stands for an operating system, just an abbreviation for operating system. And an operating system is a software that manages all of the hardware resources associated with your desktop or laptop. In a simple way, the operating system manages the communication between your software and your hardware, and without the operating system, the software wouldn't function. When you hear people talking about Linux, you will probably hearing them saying these words: Ubuntu, Kali Linux, Parrot OS. So what are these? These are also operating systems, and they are built on top of Linux, and they are called distributions. So you can install any distribution you want, but as a beginner I would recommend that you start with something with a distribution that is user friendly, like Ubuntu, which is what I will be using throughout this series. So next, let's take a look at how to install Linux. Okay, when it comes to installing Linux, there are a few options to choose from. The first option is to install Ubuntu directly on a computer by overwriting the original operating system. So for example, if the operating system that is installed on your computer is Windows, then Windows will be deleted and Ubuntu will be installed instead as the main operating system. And to do that, you need to create a bootable USB. And to create a bootable USB, you obviously need a USB with minimum size of 4 gigs. You also need an ISO file. Now, where do we get an ISO file? If you go to Google or your web browser, type in Ubuntu, search for Ubuntu, the first link that appears, just click on that one. And this is the official page of Ubuntu. Now you want to click on the download tab, a drop menu will show, and then we are interested in the Ubuntu desktop. Just download the version that says LTS, that means latest version. Just download this one. Now the download should start. As you see, we are started downloading. We are downloading in ISO. Let me just open the downloads. Downloads. As you see, we are downloading an image file with the extension of ISO extension. You also need a program to write the file to the USB, and you can use a program called USB Imager. Just search for it. Now the link that's GitLab. That's the link. Now it's a program that will create a bootable USB from the ISO image that you have downloaded. Let me just stop this one because I have already downloaded. Okay, once this one is loaded, you just wanna, depending on your operating system, you wanna download the corresponding version of the USB imager. You will be downloading the zip file. I have already downloaded them, so you see we have a USB Ubuntu right here, and I have a USB imager right here. Okay, so just need to extract this one, the USB imager. Extract it here. Okay, here is the file. It's extracted. Now let me delete this one, don't need it. And this is the program, just open it. This is the program. Okay, now that it's opened, Let me close this one, and all you need to do now is plug in your USB. Okay, here's my USB. It's empty, there's nothing in it. If you have any data, make sure to back it up, because when you write this file to the USB, it will overwrite anything that was in there. So just click on those dots here to navigate where you saved your ISO file. In my case, it's in the desktop. Okay, so just go to the desktop and select the ISO image. That's the file. I'm gonna hit open. Now from this drop menu, you want to choose your USB and click on write. This will start writing, creating a bootable USB from the USB. Once that is done, you just now take your USB, plug it into the computer in which you want to download Ubuntu, and then enter the BIOS settings, and then change the boot settings so it boots from the USB instead of the hardware. Okay, that's the first option you can choose. Next up, let's take a look at the second option. Okay, now moving to the second option, which is somewhat similar to the first option. You still need an ISO file of Ubuntu, but now you need to install a program called the Hypervisor, like VirtualBox or VMware. This hypervisor will split the resources of your computer between the host operating system and the guest operating system, Ubuntu in our example. So for example, let's say your computer has 4 gigs of RAM and 4 CPUs. Then the hypervisor will split those resources so that each operating system gets what it needs. And the cool thing about choosing this option is that the new operating system you are installing is isolated, which means whatever you do in the guest operating system will not affect your computer in any way. So you can test things, break it, and it will not affect your computer in any way. And this is the recommended way for beginners. Let's take a look at how to do it. First, as I said, you need a hypervisor in the ISO image. Hypervisor like VirtualBox or VMware. So VirtualBox, just navigate to virtualbox.org, or you can also use vmware.com. Just navigate to vmware.com. Okay, you just click on this big blue button here, and it will take you to the download page. Now you choose depending on your operating system. If you're using Windows, you download this one. OS, in my case now I'm using Windows, so I'm gonna download the for Windows host. Okay, if you see the download, open the download. As you see, it's fairly a small program. It's only 103 megabytes. So I have already downloaded this one, so let me just cancel it. And if you choose to use VMware, then you just need to, okay, so just click on this download and choose free product downloads, and the one we want is the workstation player. They're both free and you don't need any license, just download them and you can use them. And we have you choose this one. We are using Windows, then you download the Windows version. Just click on download and it will start downloading. Let me say how much it's also as small. It's 215 megabytes, so it should download quickly. Okay, once you download this supervisor, you just need to go through the installation. Just click on next, and it should be easy. And then you just upload the ISO image, and it will download will install the Ubuntu in a VirtualBox. Unfortunately, I cannot show you that. My computer doesn't support virtualization, so it's not going to work. if you want to see if your computer supports virtualization, just open the command line and type in the system info. As you can see here, it says virtualization enabled in framework. It says no. If it says yes here, you are good to go, and then you can use this option to download the VirtualBox. If it says no, just as me here, then you're gonna have to enter the BIOS settings in your computer and enable virtualization. That way you can then use VirtualBox to download any distribution of Linux. Okay, let's move to some easy options. The third option, which is easy, it's not that complicated. Okay, the third option is easy. You will install an Ubuntu terminal where you can execute Linux commands, and it comes with pretty much everything that you need. And it's what I use, and it's actually what I use most of the time. Unfortunately, this option is only available for Windows 10 users, and basically all you need is to enable. So let me show you. Just open the control panel. Okay, want to choose the option programs and features, and then you see this option right here, turn Windows features on or off. Just click on this one, and you want to look for the option, the Windows subsystem for Linux. You just check this box and click OK, and then it will go through the process of downloading the necessary software. And once it's downloaded, you will be asked to restart your computer. So just go ahead and restart it. And once you do that, once it's the download is finished and you have restarted your computer, just go to open the Microsoft Store and search for Ubuntu. Now you want to download the one that says LTS, which means latest version. The program is about 300 megabytes. That shouldn't take much time depending on your network speed. Okay, I have already downloaded. You just click on install and it will start downloading the Ubuntu terminal. Once you download it, you just want to go here and search for Ubuntu. This one, just click on it and it will open. In the first time you start, it will take some time to install any additional programs, and it will ask you to provide the username and the password. So just go ahead and provide the username, create an account in there, a password, and then you log in. And that's it. You have now a Ubuntu terminal in your Windows where you can execute Ubuntu Linux commands. As you see, it's really easy, but as I said, it's only available for Windows 10 users. That's what I actually use most of the time. You can also download if you like Kali Linux, you can also download Kali. It's also available in the Microsoft Store. Just download it here from here, Microsoft Store. And as you see, you can also have access to a Kali Linux terminal. Okay, that was an easy option if you want to choose it. Now, moving to the fourth option, which is the easiest option. And you will have access to a Linux machine running ParaDOS distribution on the cloud for free in less than 5 minutes. So let's do it. All you need to do, let me close all these tabs. Go to the following URL. Type in HackTheBox Academy. Okay, you want to click on the first link and sign up, create an account. It's free, just provide in your email, your name, and create a password. Now I already have an account, so I'm just going to log in. Type in my email, my password. Alright, so Hack the Box is an academy, is where you learn. If you see, let's take a look at the modules. They have actually a tutorial teaching the basics of Linux. As you see, Linux fundamentals. It's a great tutorial. Now this is not the focus. Let's focus on why I want to show you this. Okay, so choose this Intro to Academy and click on View. Now let's wait until the page is loaded, and it is. Now if you see this one, we need to focus on this one. It says My Workstation. Now I want you to click on Start Instance. Okay, it would take some time to start. And once that is started, you will have access to a Linux machine that is hosted online for free, available to you to use it. Just click on Interact. And there you have it. It's a Linux machine ready for you to use with everything that you might need. As you see, if you look at the applications, you have a lot of programs here. We have like pen testers. For pen testers, we have the Wireshark, Burp Suite, Go Buster. We have like for information gathering, we have Nmap. We have a lot of stuff in here. It's really great. When I found out about this option, it's amazing. You can type in options. It's free, you know. One thing that I want to mention is that if you look at here, I want you to focus on this one. It says live. We have 16 minutes. What does that mean? It means you have access to this machine for an hour. Once that hour is done, you're gonna have to restart it again and just log in. It's easy. You have 1 hour, then the machine is no longer available. Then you just start it and you can enter again, and all the changes you made will not be saved. So just keep that in mind. So that was everything I want to talk about in this video, and I hope you have enjoyed it, and have a good day. Thanks for watching.